welcome to the Tarot Cottage. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for being here with us today because your presence is such a precious gift to me, and we're so grateful to be able to share this pick a card reading with you today. Before I dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Your support really helps our community grow and really allows me to continue sharing these videos with you, allows me to share more content. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you do enjoy this video. And also, as a thank you to my subscribers, if you drop a comment below, I do enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. So be sure to do that as well. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop your comment below for your chance to win. So for today's pick a card topic, we are looking at your crush and what would their reaction be if you confessed your feelings? What could you expect to happen if you confessed your feelings to your crush? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the pink rose and the high priestess. Pile number 2 with the red rose and the hooded man. And pile number 3 with the 3 of wands and the cream rose. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages waiting. And I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, our topic is all about your crush. What reaction would they have if you confessed to them how you're feeling? What can you expect to happen? Pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the pink flower. You were also drawn here to the seer, to the high priestess, and this is your reading. What is going to happen if you confess your feelings to your person? What can you expect on your if you confess your feelings to your crush? Now the seer here, her hair is in braids, and for me the braid is a symbol of other people's opinions coming in, being worried about other people's opinions. And the high priestess also has a lot of intuition, and she sort of sits on that information. She guards the veil, so this could be sort of a secret crush that you're having. You could already kind of anticipate what the reaction will be. You might already have information about it being mutual, or maybe you're just anticipating, you know, the obstacles that could come in with your confession as well. So we're going to take a look here. We're going to use the Disney Villains Tarot for you to begin. How would your crush feel if you confessed your feelings? What would happen? What would their reaction be if pile number 1 confessed their feelings? Even around her neck, I just got highlighted that there's a little skull charm around her neck. So we have the 4 of wands coming first. The 2 of pentacles. And we have the page of swords. I'm already getting a message here. They're showing me like Sherlock Holmes with this snake, and they're saying that this person knows more than you think. I think potentially about your feelings already. So this could be their knowing, where they're sitting upon this information already. So this is what Spirit's already saying. There's already been a trigger here. It's like this person has already done some detective work with what they've noticed. They've viewed things. They've noticed the way that you look at them or the way that you react around them. They've also noticed that you maybe act a little nervous around them. We have the 5 of swords. We have the magician. We have the hermit. We also have the 4 of cups. Back of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the 9 of Cups, and that is the crush energy that's coming forward with the 9 of Cups. You can notice here that it's Ursula, and she's sort of churning around in the water. Let's clarify as we go forward. Now, I do feel like there could be a reality here when it comes to this crush, and it could be something, I almost said systematic, so there could be something with the work realm potentially, but also there's just something practical that could be getting in the way of them really taking action in a very real way if you reached out to them and told them how you feel, for instance, because I feel like they have the inability to commit, and that's not because they don't want to or they don't want to take action. It's because they feel like they can't. It's like, it almost feels like the information would come as a clarification and a confirmation of what they've already know to be true. Like they've already observed things. But there's a reference here to Lucifer the cat from the Cinderella story. And with the 5 of Swords, there could be conflict of being worried about this blowing up in our face, worried about the consequences of our feelings, worried about being honest because of my insecurity, because of my attachments. There is a chance that this person would apply some sort of strategy by maybe wearing a bit of a mask if you did tell them exactly how you feel or you confessed to them. But if this, in the same breath, I will say this, they're not being honest about that mask, and it gets them, it almost like, it makes them feel good to know that their curiosities were correct, or that they were right about what they've observed. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And the truth is that I do feel like they find you very physically attractive. If you're the divine feminine, you could be an earth sign, you know, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You don't have to be. But this is like goddess energy. A lot of Taurus with this Queen of Pentacles. Here's the Judgment, and you would get their wheels turning. I feel like it would, again, it would be a confirmation of what they've already observed or noticed. They are a little bit defensive about it. And there's the potential with the Five of Swords that they could, because of that insecurity, kind of throw us under the bus a little bit when it comes to affirming that it's mutual. They may not be able or capable to say it's mutual. Yeah, because even here on the floor now, this Ten of Wands reverse is like unburdening ourselves. But then we have the Six of Wands and the Justice. So I feel like they would not be able to unburden themselves equally. They would put masks on because of the cause and effect of this action, the cause and effect of your truth. It both empowers them and also it empowers them because they feel good about it. They feel good about this acknowledgement of the attraction because they find you really physically attractive. But they also wouldn't want to have this be a situation where there's conflict that comes as a result for them. Because again, there's a really strong reference to work realm here for someone watching that may not resonate with everyone. Spirit says there's a chance that they could be a little complacent. Because there's a feeling of like making off with something that does not belong to me. So if there are commitment cycles, if there's position issues, that could be why they wear a mask. It's a strategy that they're applying because they feel the attraction. They feel the desire. They will feel a certain amount of pressure in that moment or being put on the spot. But I will say again, you get the wheels turning. I almost feel like there's a hypnotic element to the information coming in, the information catching us off guard. Again, not because we didn't hope that that was the case, not because I didn't observe it and assume that you did have some type of feeling for me, but it still catches them off guard because they didn't expect you to be able to take control like that, to be able to kind of, yeah, take control like that and be the leader in this situation. That's a bit that impresses them very much. And then I do feel like they're going to kind of, they're highlighting being complacent in their actions, but also I feel like you're going to be able to tell that they're wearing masks. I feel like they're not a very good liar. I feel like they almost put it across like I feel bad that I can't, or I feel bad that I can't reciprocate. And it's like the difference between walking up to somebody who is connected and say, I like you, and they say, I have a girlfriend, I have a boyfriend, I have a husband, I have a wife. Or the difference between them saying, I'm sorry, I have a husband, or I have a wife. Like somebody who's lamenting the fact that they have obstacles in place. And the biggest obstacle for this person, I feel like, is the opinions of other people coming down here. Because ultimately, they don't feel like they have the courage to reach out to you to tell you how they feel, but they have considered relationships with you. And you telling them and confessing how you feel will continue that wheel turning. And when the wheel is turning, we're looking for solutions to our own obstacles. But even here with the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel gets things in motion. The spinning wheel creates a cloth that we can then weave from, but there's this little pinprick here on this spinning wheel. And they're referencing Sleeping Beauty and the brambles that grow around her castle to keep out people. So the thorns amidst the roses, maybe other people being the factor here. It's like it gets the wheels in motion, but it's bittersweet. It feels very bittersweet. Here's the Seven of Cups, and there's the Knight of Wands. But then they all of a sudden, they feel like their options are open. They feel like because their thoughts and their assumptions were confirmed by you, it makes them start to want to take a little risks. It makes them want to be impulsive towards you. They start to really fantasize about this option that you've offered them up as well. What will be their thoughts if pile 1 confesses their feelings, please? And you'll notice that all of the cards that I chose today, every single character in these cards for all 3 piles are wearing a hood. And this is referencing taking the hood off, revealing ourselves. Now this particular hooded creature, the seer, she's holding onto a staff which grounds us with every step. I didn't see what was right in front of me, the 4 of Cups. And yet I think that they've perceived it. I think that they've watched things. They've been perhaps even holding space for you. And ultimately, it's like it makes them wonder if it's possible for the future, but they do feel helpless. This is the 4 of Cups. We have it in your future position here. So sometimes the Hermit will retreat. You can see that it almost looks like they're bowing out gracefully because they can't commit, but that doesn't mean that they don't want to. I never let you into my sanctuary. Even if it's very mutual, they never let you in with their feelings, their truth. I'm a smug son of a bee. 9 of Cups. You crushing on them makes them start to crush on you. They start to wonder. And here's the 6 of Cups, a sense of mutual connection. But it makes them feel good. It boosts their ego. And then they're smug because they already had an inclination. Let's just do it. Provides a risk. I can't deny that there's a very strong physical desire coming in from this Knight of Wands. And even this Hermit just gave me the sense of like opening up my coat and showing a bunch of watches in a back alley. It's like feeling like I have to be very cautious with our interactions. I wish I'd made better choices. And this is the Lovers, because this is a reference to wanting to be in a relationship, but also potentially having to make a decision between people and parties. And that could be one of the reasons why they do hold back. You feel so far away, but I know you feel the same, and there's a mutual connection, the desire to be in a relationship, but it's like so close yet so far away. You might be very tangible, you might be right within their grasp, and yet there's obstacles that do get in the way of progress. What would happen if you confessed your feelings to your crush? What would their reaction be? It says here, take a reality check, full moon in Capricorn, attachment, potentially codependencies as well here. And then we have go wild. Back of the deck says, know your worth and attune to the details, because ultimately, even if they're wearing masks and they retreat or they hold back, Spirit says that they want you to understand with the messages in this spread about how valuable they do see you and about how much you've triggered them with your truth. Ultimately, they're encouraging you to go wild and free. They don't want you to be a wallflower when it comes to how you feel. They do encourage us always in life to leave no stone unturned, even if we are aware of some of the challenges, because they are encouraging us to have all of the challenges presented to us so we can see which ones are movable. And if we never bring something to light, we can never present the opportunity for another person to move things out of their way. And ultimately, that's up to them. Here, they're saying even if they do retreat, know that you're still worthy. But they're talking about reality checks. They're speaking here about details that we have to attend to in order to create progress. And I do feel like this person might not attend to those details right away, in the very least. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life because of healing family issues, potentially decisions between parties concerned for the home. But we also have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. What this seems to do is inspire some type of growth for this other person. It gets them unpacking what obstacles they need to attend to in order to create clearance for growth. And without the confirmation of your feelings, maybe they would never start that process. Let's get a charm wheel, please, for pile number 1. What would be their immediate thought that goes into their mind if you confess their feelings? 7 of Swords. Oh, it's like a secret. It's like the secret's out. The jig is up. 9 of Pentacles. It feels like they're going to want this to be kept on the down low a little bit. It feels like that's the instant thought that they have, is like, we need to keep this under wraps because there could be eyes on us or something. They do have a concern for position in this moment, but it also makes them feel appreciated and almost like looked up to. It's like it puts them in a place of abundance, even if they don't feel like they can celebrate that in the open. In the bowl today, we have here Once Upon a Time, so fairy tales, J, E, and H. We also have W, and the W stuck inside this rocking horse. It's like really stuck in there. I can't get it out. And the rocking horse is a symbol for children. The hatchet could be a symbol for the tree of life or some type of family situation or what we've invested in. So they could be perhaps a parent or a father or a mother, and that's one of the reasons why they don't leap into action. They retreat a little bit. But I can't say that they retreat forever. There is a sense of the wheels turning here. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell so that we can get the ball rolling. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2, you are drawn to the red flower. You're also drawn to the 3 of Wands, fulfillment, and this is your reading. What would happen if you confessed your feelings to your crush? What action would they take? What kind of response could you expect? Now, the 3 of Wands, fulfillment, you can see that their hand is in the air. There is a sense of waiting sometimes with the 3 of Wands, but it asks us to look to the future. And they're even holding a bow in their arm as well. So it's about shooting our shot, but maybe making some plans, because the bow is representing a wand, and then we have these 2 sticks stuck in the ground too. So there's a sense of planning, there's a sense of back and forth flirtation that could be existing already in this connection. And there's also this reference to meeting each other halfway, or meeting each other halfway. I'm going to use the Herb Crafter's Tarot for you today, pile 2. What could you expect if you confessed your feelings to your crush? What response or reaction would you receive? We have the 10 of Swords, alfalfa. The King of Wands. The 2 of Pentacles. The World. The 2 of Fire. Back of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. And here's the Hermit. Lots of Virgo for the Queen. There's the 8 of Swords. Okay, so what's interesting about this already, pile 2, is that this is actually not even a rose at all. It's a poppy. And so they're referencing the poppy now for you. They're referencing that scene in that movie. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie, Wizard of Oz. The scene in the Wizard of Oz where Dorothy falls asleep in the poppy field. And then they're referencing like a delay, like a waiting energy. So maybe you've delayed to express yourself, or you will delay to express yourself. They're talking here about an offering that you're bringing forward and then like regretting bringing it forward. It's like you put forward the offer and then maybe you don't get the response right away that you're looking for. You don't get a response immediately. And so there's a sense of like retreating, feeling foolish, struggling with my decision. But this is where Spirit wants you to be patient with yourself and the situation at hand. It's not that you haven't made any type of impression on this person. You absolutely have. I feel like there could be, you could anticipate more flirtation, more communication here. Here's the 3 of Wands. Yeah, and there's your 3 of Wands. supporting the Ten of Swords. But this specific Ten of Swords, the Ten of Air, Alfalfa, has an important message about rotating crops and rotation and waiting a season before I'm allowed to move forward. So perhaps this person's not quite ready, but they have a plan. After you express yourself to them, there's some type of plan, or there's some type of necessity to release something in order to progress. So we have to wait before we extend. But it's like they're asking you to meet them halfway with, or even Spirit's asking you to meet this person halfway with your expectations of their reaction, because you definitely take them by surprise, perhaps, and not surprised that you're attracted, because I feel like the two of you might flirt back and forth, but surprised that you offered it up, that you were authentic, that you just offered the truth up. The Four of Swords. This person just feels like they have a lot of things in their 3D that require a little bit of moving around, and they're not quite ready for more yet. So for a little, I feel like they might turn their back, sorry, my throat's closing. They might turn their back on the emotion right away, or they might not react the way that you think that they're reacting, but inside there's a huge reaction happening. The Two of Pentacles says you've thrown them off, but maybe they're really good at acting stoic and acting strong and acting secure, but you really throw them for a loop. And this wave of emotion comes in, and you can see the red sailboat. It does empower them, but they feel like they have to maybe turn their back upon it for now, or at this moment in time, or when you immediately say it, because they have things to work out. Like this person, I feel like wants the relationship to evolve to a new phase. And they're saying that there would be a natural evolution, like there would be way more flirtation between the two of you. And this flirtation is going to be very enlightening for you about the mutual feeling that this person has. Here's the Hanged Man. And the Judgment. Back of the deck is the World. And we have the Hierophant. And they are talking about success. But success that comes after a leap of faith or after a risk. This person has a lot of thoughts in their mind that start to ruminate. But they start to think about anything in their reality that is getting in the way. And they're speaking again about alfalfa and how it's grown in land that needs to be rotated from other crops so that we can replenish the soil. So they are even referencing, they're not necessarily even saying that this person's in a commitment cycle, but they say that they could have come out of one and they need a season before they're ready for change. They may have just come out of a negative relationship and they need a season before they're ready to go into a new relationship. I just feel like they're not ready for a relationship. But you empower them with your message, and you help them to give them more confidence so that they can increase the flirtation. And when they feel that mutual flirtation coming back at them, it makes them start to wonder, what else should I do? What other action should I be taking here? Because we have success with the World. We have the Hierophant. We have education that's always going to be useful for us in the future, and enlightenment that's always going to be useful for this person. Here's the Magician. And here's the Three of Cups. And there's a sense of celebration, and there's a sense of them wanting to take you out. Four of Swords comes out with that as well, though, and Judgment. I feel like this person could be in a healing phase in this present moment. I feel like and they may be very good at hiding it or very good at being stoic. I feel like they're in a healing phase right now, but this gives them reason to feel good, and this gives them reason to celebrate. There's a beautiful message surrounding the Divine Feminine's courage and taking action and stepping outside of their comfort zone as well. And they think about that. Like this person starts to think about the confidence it must have taken you to actually say what you say, or even if the way that you express yourself is just through flirtation, it's very eye-opening for them, and they enjoy the process. They start to weigh how you are with their reality and what they've just gone through or what they're healing from, because you're like this beautiful breath of fresh air. I feel like your laughter makes a big difference. I feel like you laugh easily, and there's something about your laugh that they really love. There's a sense of friendship and just comparing you to the past, and it's a very good comparison because it makes them feel empowered. It makes them recognize that maybe there is more out there than just the heartbreak or the disappointment that they've experienced in the past. And Spirit says that this could actually transition where they're going to take you out. They are saying that if they take you out, ultimately, there could be a bit of a delay between you expressing yourself, a flirtation cycle really amping up, and then making plans with this person. But they say that this process will still be happening at the same time as their healing cycle. And that's why they're asking you to sort of be patient for the expansion here. Give this some time. Give them some time to heal. Because here's the Ace of Wands and there's the Knight of Wands. They're still sorting something out. They're still sorting something out that they're experiencing or that they're struggling with right now. But you make them feel really excited about change. You turn the light on like this little mouse. You turn the light on so that they have the clarity available to them. They're just in a state right now where they wonder if bad luck follows them, or they don't know if luck is on their side. I feel like they're anxious about that. But this opportunity, you taking action, gives them every excuse to clear out that old energy and to make clearance for growth as well. What type of reaction, what sort of thoughts will be going through their mind if pile 2 confesses their truth to their crush, please? I think this could spark something. I don't think it'll spark something right away, but I think it could spark, again, more flirtation, and I think that they're going to be potentially taking you out. And then we just start this pathway after this period where maybe we're a little bit delayed, or they need some time where they don't feel like they have to launch into commitments. All of a sudden, we have this beautiful doorway where we feel empowered towards the future. What are their thoughts and feelings if you express yourself? We have love is the answer. And you make me want to do bad things. The Devil. And this is very sexual in nature. It gets to the point where the two of you really amp up that flirtation in the future because of the leap of faith that you took. I'm just dreaming and wishing for everything. So maybe they've dreamed and wished for this because we have Ace of Swords and now they're saying, I want you. And maybe they've dreamt about that. They've fantasized about it. And now the clarity, the opportunity, the initiation of that cycle is here. And it's like, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. And because they're in a healing cycle, they're afraid of it. They're afraid. It's easier to fantasize than to make it real. But you're such a strong temptation towards making it real. Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity that awaits. Maybe some challenges overcome. I'm open to compromise, and I definitely want to explore this Ace of Wands, this new initiation, this inspiration that you've created, the spark. But we do have the Two of Pentacles in the center of the reading, and that's my mini chariot I often say about, I don't know how, when, or if I'm going to make this happen, but I want to make it happen. So they start to open up space. They start to realize that there's connections available to them. I think we should slow down. And I did sense that right from the get-go of your reading. Giving them some time, not putting too much expectation upon them. It says, I left because you told me to, the Eight of Cups. And I do feel that they are walking away from something. They are perhaps leaving behind unfulfilling situations and moving into something more abundant. But they're in that stage, they're in that process. So you do strike them with their ego, their strength. Do I have the strength here to adapt to the light that you bring in? Do I have the strength to be able to act upon it? And I feel like you kind of, with your encouragement and the flirtation that opens up, you give them that strength. But of course your guides are going to walk with you no matter what path or approach you decide to take in this connection. Playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, and then give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And they're showing the divine feminine looking away while the divine masculine looks at her. So there's an increase of this. There's a chance for this relationship to form. This gives them the acknowledgement or gives them the clarity they need to give this relationship a chance, and it definitely ups the flirtation. It eradicates any confusion they have about whether you like them or not, or whether, and it also will help to eradicate confusion from you because they're going to, I feel like they're going to be very affirming for you. They're not going to deny you. They're not going to deny their attraction. They're going to be very affirming, but I think they're also going to be needing some patience. They could need to spend a little bit of time in that flirtation, playfulness phase. The very first thought that pops into their mind, if you reveal your feelings, if you confess your feelings. King of Pentacles, the Justice. It almost feels like it's not fair that this comes in at this moment in time, because I don't know if this is empowering me or if it's tapping at my strength a little bit, because the strength is reversed, which means it tests them, and yet the King of Pentacles is sitting upright. So it's like this is making them feel weak at the knees, but they feel kind of like a king. They feel like a boss. Now, there can be references to the work realm with the Justice, but take that as it resonates. We have the Three of Wands, but it is in the reverse, so they are highlighting beautiful music that could be sung together, but a little bit of a delay towards that. Somebody who's going through heartbreak, the letter J. Angels watching over the situation, and divine feminine energy. You could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have Leo, Libra. We've got all sorts of things going on here today, Capricorn. But they're highlighting your heart, and they're highlighting expression from your heart and how that actually gets the wheel in motion. We have you are my sunshine, and I choose strength. But it's always a choice. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Praying for you, of course. Please drop your comments below for your chance to win a free reading. Be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I do update that shop daily. And I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the cream colored flower and to the hooded man, and this is your reading. What reaction can you expect if you confess your feelings to the person on your mind, to the crush on your mind right now? Now, the hooded man is the Hermit, and so there could be Virgo energy here. You can see that they're in the snow. The bird is on the rock, so there hasn't been a lot of information or anything taking flight at this moment, and we've just maybe ground ourselves for a while, needing a change of season. And even the cream colored rose that you were drawn to, it's talking about clarity. It's talking about the heart space. So let's take a look here. For pile number 3, please, what reaction would they receive if they confessed their feelings to the person on their mind? We have the Emperor. The Eight of Wands. Queen of Cups. Five of Swords reversed. The Justice. Back of the deck is the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. Okay, so let's clarify as we go forward here, please. What reaction would you receive if you revealed your feelings here? Three of Cups. Okay, so there is a really strong momentum. I feel I heard off to the races even when I put down the Eight of Wands, and here's this Knight of Wands that's supporting the Eight of Wands. And this, you can't get much more fiery than this combination. This person is celebrating the information that comes in. I can't deny the complications, and we're going to get to those in a moment. But they're celebrating the confirmation, and the truth is it could take right off in a sexual way. This person could react with a very strong impulse towards you. There's a lot of physical attraction here. There's celebration as well. It just feels like something fresh and new to this person that feels really exciting for them. A lot of Aries energy with this person, a lot of Libra. The Judgment. And I feel like your connection to this person, you feel really emotionally connected to this person. And so and you also have a beautiful heart. Like, I feel like you're thinking about some of the complications. You might already know what they are. And I think that the complications bother you. I think it bothers you that there are going to be complications, even though this is what your heart wants and the heart wants what the heart wants. I think that the complications might kind of bother you a little bit, even just secretly. The High Priestess. But there's a sense of like telling ourselves, even though it bothers us, telling ourselves, well, I just want to have a fair shot. It's like, why can't I have a fair shot? I just want a fair fight towards this connection. But there is a reference with the Five of Swords reversed of being caught for something, potentially. Caught by our intuition, caught in general for a secret that we're keeping. Like this person could be concerned about getting caught. We can't deny the Tower and the Five of Pentacles here with the Devil. Like this is attachment. This could be fear for the home, worry about things breaking down that I've invested in. Like there's just complications, I feel like, that are present here. And that's why Spirit's asking you to really make a careful, calculated decision from your highest good here. Because ultimately they're talking about the potential to get caught if this turns into some type of affair, for instance. So take that as it resonates. That may not resonate with every person, but if it resonates with you, you're going to know that that's your message. Because there's a really strong momentum towards physical energy together if you reveal yourself. We are concerned here for other people's opinions potentially, and somebody's afraid of keeping something in balance because there could be consequences to our actions if we take a leap of faith. But it's like they can't deny the opportunity. They can't deny the opportunity. It's a huge temptation for them despite the justice that is here. And so it's like they have a challenge in trying to keep foundations in balance and trying to keep this connection in balance, because it feels like the two of you would start a very physical relationship if you were to reveal your true feelings here. It does present the risk. It does present the challenges. And the part of the challenges could be worrying about what I'm going to lose in the situation. They are highlighting the Lovers. They are highlighting sort of choice and decisions between people. So whether it is that they can't commit or you can't commit, or maybe a combination of both, Spirit's encouraging you to reflect because they aren't speaking to this person right now. And ultimately, they're a little bit armored up. I feel like the revelation from you would cue a defense energy inside of them. And yet it's interesting because this particular emperor, normally the emperor is cloaked out. He just looks so good. He's dressed in all the royal robes because he's arrived. He's arrived at his position. He's been through war. But this emperor now doesn't have the cloak on. Now he's completely armored up like a knight again. And that's where the Knight of Wands comes in. It's like, you've inspired me. Now I want to be a knight again. I haven't arrived. I want to go back to the playing field. And so it does feel like it would have a huge effect on this person in a physical sense. It would perhaps create a physical relationship that would open up here in this connection. But there is risk. We have romantic feelings are real and worth exploring. I just saw release your ex, so there could be somebody in connection with the Lovers, and my fear of the consequences. We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And religious factors are influencing this situation. That's always by sign for perhaps marriages or cultural, like relationships that are based on cultural expectations and not necessarily deep connection. And this doesn't have to reference your connection, but it could reference your position or their position at this time. But the Spirit says that this would become something that gets explored. Let's take a look at some message cards and see what sort of thoughts will be going through their mind if you decided to confess your true feelings here. Their reaction will give you a lot of hope about what's to come, if I'm honest. You'll have a lot of hope about what's to come, but the hope that you have is also going to be walking side by side with maybe the fear of other people's opinions coming down. What will be their thoughts and feelings if they reveal? Don't focus on who wants me, because I want you. So even if there's obstacles, they're like, I don't focus on that. I want you. Just wait on me. Please don't give up on me. I'm really sensitive deep down. I just put up a front. And it does feel like the physical energy might be the front. It's like they could feel really confident going into that realm, but they're really a sensitive person. What sort of thoughts will they have? Please get revealed, please. I want commitment with you, but just not yet. So we could spend some time in this realm where we're just kind of enjoying each other's company, maybe having a physical connection. Famous cycles could be a factor here. I'm not used to a connection like this, so I run. And I've been subliminal about how I feel about you. So this person says that they've had a crush on you as well. This could be something that they revealed to you. Whoopsie. Yeah, I know more than you think, and I've thought about surprising you with this. Surprising you with a date. Yeah, we have here, I was in denial. I was doing spell work on you, and I thought about living together as well. Fell out of the deck. Let's get a couple more here. I act happy, but I'm not happy. But I do feel like your clarity does make them, it is a breath of fresh air. It does kind of light them up inside. You're so different, but that's why I love you. But backup deck says, I am feeling the consequences of my actions. I feel like that's a double message for you and for this person. They're worried about the consequences. The justice keeps coming forward. You may also struggle with that a little bit. But I also feel like amidst that struggle, your attraction is very strong. And so you may kind of push that fear to the side. But that's your choice. This is the opportunity that opens up. And your guides will walk with you no matter what path you choose to take here. How will they react if they are told how you feel? We have karmic relationship, fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. And I do, this connection, this pile for you, pile number 3, definitely speaks to karmic relationships that they could be stuck in. Perhaps you're stuck in as well. But the dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light. So we have to adapt, make changes, and then heal. And we have addiction, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block and restraint. 8 of Wands, Knight of Wands, very powerful momentum towards physical attachment and desire. Back of the deck says boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, but closure issues. So this would help things progress in your connection. They may require a continued boost and some timing in order to really make clearance for a defined relationship in the 3D. But Spirit says it would definitely ignite a physical relationship. Let's get a charm wheel, please, for pile number 3. The very first thought that pops into their mind, if you reveal your truth towards your crush. Oopsie daisy. The moon. The 3 of Swords falls out of the deck or out of the bowl. So does the 9 of Swords. So 3 of Swords could be third party, for instance. That thought kind of, they don't want to think about it. It fell out of the bowl, but that is a thought in the back of their mind about what do I need to release? My loyalties, where do they lie? Overthinking, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of worry that comes in with the revelation, but still opens up at the doorway. In the bowl today we have and that's my reference for things not being over. So once that happens, there'll be more communication about it. Pearls of wisdom, pizza, and we do have marijuana. I feel like they're going to take you out. I feel like you guys are going to spend time together. SS, and we also have a little card here. I have to unfold it because it's getting bent. But it is the 7 of Pentacles, so somebody who has to take their time to sort out practical matters. There's an impatience that comes in and a consideration about what I've invested in. We have the key and we have the commitment energies for the Divine Feminine. We also have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming in for the Divine Feminine as well and expressing from the heart. And never, never give up. Persistence, working on things. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I update that shop daily. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I hope that you have a beautiful day.